Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and a bunch of employees from Activision Blizzard did not go to work today because they are in protest of the allegations going on with the company themselves that they work for, with being Activision Blizzard, and that's good for them. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but Activision Blizzard is being sued by the state of California because of allegations with sexual harassment of the women in that workplace setting, and so a bunch of employees pretty much have stood up and have protested, and they basically just did not go to work today. I mean, it was technically yesterday because this video is actually uploaded 24 hours ahead of time, but yes, that is something that I'm very proud of. I'm glad they're standing up for themselves, and they're trying to prove a point and wanting to make that the job they work for a much better work environment for everybody, which is amazing. But anyway, that's not what this video is about, and I think I'm going to do things like this for now on in the rest of my videos that I'll make in the future. Maybe not every single video, but it's something that I think I'll do at the very start, is that I'll probably bring up some sort of news or some sort of funny comment to make at the very start of the video, and then I'll go ahead and talk about the main topic of that video, which of course today's main topic is my own review of Mauer Der Toten. This of course is the new zombies map that came out with Season 4 Reloaded, and I know it's a little late to actually kind of make a review of this map because it has been out for a few weeks now. However, I haven't really had time to really play the map that much, and so I wanted to learn more about the map, try and figure out some of the side Easter eggs, and then of course kind of come to a conclusion of what I really think of the map. And by the way, I have not done the main quest Easter egg of this map yet. I don't want to actually do stuff like that right away as soon as a map comes out, because I know like all those zombie YouTubers, you know, they're able to figure out these Easter egg steps pretty quickly, and of course when it comes to Cold War, the Easter egg steps are pretty easy overall, so it's not a big surprise they're able to figure this stuff out in 2 hours by the time like the Easter egg goes live, you know. However, I am that kind of person who kind of waits a little bit to do the Easter egg, because after you complete an Easter egg for a zombies map, you're kind of like, okay, what else is there to do? You know, like the main quest Easter egg is like pretty much the hardest thing to do essentially, but after that it's just kind of like nothing else seems challenging on the map, you know. And so I just want to kind of wait on that, and I'll eventually do it later on. But I have seen what the Easter egg is and what the ending cutscene is, and I'm impressed. I'm really glad that we have a boss fight in this one that isn't like an Orda, you know. I know the Orda boss fight was pretty unique when Firebase Z first came out, but of course they eventually brought the Orda into Outbreak, and now it doesn't really feel that unique anymore, and so it's kind of cool that we have a more unique boss fight that's specific for Mauer Der Toten, which I definitely enjoy. The first thing that I instantly loved about the map, which you only experience this at the very beginning as soon as you get into the map, is the audio cue for round 1 starting, because that audio cue just gives me a lot of World at War zombie vibes for some reason, and I have no idea why, and it's like kind of like that creepy tone to it that I really do enjoy, and it definitely brings a more meaningful vibe to the map that I just felt like I never really experienced in the previous zombie maps that we have in Cold War. And so that's something I really enjoyed, and it's unfortunate that's not the same audio cue for each round that you progressed when you're playing zombies on Mauer Der Toten, and it's a little unfortunate, but I still love how they had that at the very beginning, and it just really brought in these huge vibes, these huge World at War vibes as soon as I first started playing, which I thought was awesome.
Get it done, or your pilot pays the ultimate price.
Another thing is that this map doesn't seem to be like really long. It doesn't seem to like have like this huge layout to it, and you know, most zombie maps have like more of like a horizontal layout to it, you know. You kind of go from point A to point B, and you know, you just kind of travel in like one level essentially, where this map isn't necessarily that. There's a lot of verticality to it, you know. It's not just like the streets that you're roaming in. You can go into these different shops, but you can also go onto the different levels of buildings, and of course there's zip lines in this map, which is pretty cool, which of course is like the best way to actually kind of move around. And what's really convenient about using these zip lines, if you're like in a really sticky situation and zombies could definitely trap you in a corner, if you go onto the zip line as soon as you hold that interaction button to get on the zip line, zombies can't hit you, which is very convenient. I'm glad they made it like that, and I just am so happy that they don't actually hit you from going on that, because I could totally see some real BS moments when you're trying to get away from zombies when you really need to. And so yeah, the map has a lot of verticality. You can go up into different levels of buildings, and you can also go into the sewers as well, which definitely gave me a lot of Shaolin Shuffle vibes. Shout out to those who actually know what Shaolin Shuffle is. And so that's definitely not a bad thing at all. I love having these nostalgic vibes from previous maps, even though I'm playing on a completely different map. And another thing is that in the sewers, there is these trains that go by, right? You know, the subway trains, and you can die from these trains, obviously. I mean, that just makes sense. And these trains are on fire, which just makes it look more creepy, which I think is awesome. And so you can actually get stuck between these trains if both of them are going at the same time. And you're really in like this claustrophobic kind of area between these train tracks while both trains are going past you. And zombies can, of course, go into that claustrophobic area to try and kill you. So you kind of got to be aware if you ever get into that situation. So far, I have not gotten into that situation, which is amazing. And I don't think I ever will. I'm pretty good about like avoiding subway trains trying to hit me and getting stuck between them. So I don't know. Also, in the same area where you kind of like can interact, or not really interact, but where you see the subway trains is where you can get Mule Kick, right? Which of course was a new perk added when this map got added to the game. And so since this is the first map in Cold War, the first zombies map in Cold War to actually have the Mule Kick perk machine, one thing they made that was different, if you buy Mule Kick at the perk machine and there are zombies near you, then the guns on the perk machine itself will start shooting, and they will actually kill zombies for the time being after you consume that perk, which I think is a really cool, unique feature. It's not really useful for making it as like a trap, because you can only really buy the perk once unless you go down and you have to buy it again. But it's just one little small thing that I just thought was unique that they didn't have to add, but they did anyway. Other things about this map, you know, I have completed some of the other side quest Easter eggs and done some like other things like build Klaus, you know, so I kind of have a good idea on like how to get a good setup on the map if I wanted to do high rounds, if I really wanted to. Of course, we have the new wonder weapon, which is called the Cerberus, or the CRBS, and I felt like that this weapon is a lot better using just the base variant itself. You can get these different mod kits for it, which I'm a little confused on how you actually get these mod kits yourself. I'm pretty sure you just have to kill zombies for like a certain period of time, then all of a sudden the mod kit like pops up on the ground, and are usually random, like, you know, there's no particular order on when these mod kits appear. Maybe you have to kill certain zombies and they drop the mod kits. That could be it. But some of the other mod kits, you know, one of them is like a laser beam, which is all right, I guess, and then another one's kind of like a lock-on missile sort of thing, and if you aim down sights you can actually see the reticle like lock onto enemies. That one's okay, except by the time between pulling the trigger and those rockets actually killing the zombies feels like kind of a long time compared to like the other modded kits that you can get for the gun, so it's not really that beneficial. And then of course there's one that kind of does like a spread shot sort of damage, so if you have a bunch of zombies like in front of you, you can like kind of shoot the gun and it has like this horizontal spread to it and just basically kill all of them at once, which the first time picking it up actually saved me like big time, so it can be very helpful in certain situations. However, I still think that the base Cerberus wonder weapon itself is the best one, because it just feels so much more consistent with the damage and how many zombies I'm able to kill with it. Also, I feel like it has way more reserve ammo than the modded versions, which I'm not really sure why. Also, this map does have different zombie variants we never seen before, like the Disciples, and of course those kind of explodey crystal looking zombies, which the name is totally escaping me right now, but they're essentially like Dr. Valentina's minions, it seems like. But anyway, yes, we have different types of zombies in this, and the Disciples don't really bother me that much. They're pretty easy to kill. I don't really find them that annoying. It does seem kind of interesting that they appear more frequently than I thought they would, but either way, it doesn't really annoy me that much. I think it's a cool addition to the game itself. And of course, Pack-a-Punch camo. They finally changed the way Pack-a-Punch camo looks on your gun, because that was something that was really unique about the older Call of Duty games, that every time we got a new zombies map, we would actually get a different kind of Pack-a-Punch camo, which was awesome, right? great. And so it didn't seem like in this game they really did that. You know, Dying Machine, Firebase C, Outbreak, it's all the same Pack-a-Punch looking camo, which don't get me wrong, the Pack-a-Punch camo looks great on those maps. It's just that, you know, you kind of expect it to be a different color when you, or like a different animation, just a different camo overall when you play a new map. And I'm glad that here in Mauer Der Toten they actually did change the Pack-a-Punch camo, and it looks amazing. You know, tier 1, 2, and 3 Pack-a-Punch camos are different colors anyway, and I love it. I think that's great. Keep it up, Treyarch. Make sure you have that on like a permanent marker on your whiteboard to make sure you do that with every zombies map, because that definitely is something that is very unique when we play zombies. But anyway, you guys, that is it for the video. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like on the video, and of course subscribe to the channel for more videos every single day, and I shall catch you guys later.